Hello everybody, welcome back. I am so glad to be back filming. There have been some things going on and I might do a makeup for life to just explain or to kind of express what's been going on. I have a series called Makeup for Life and I can link some down below or on the eye card so that you can maybe catch up on those if you like to. But I am so glad to be back, to be filming. It is super hot here in Texas, so we're melting a little bit. But let's make up. All right, today we're going to be talking about a thing that I have not seen before, but I am always on the Ulta website, you know. A girl's got to. I'm always on the Ulta website and I was looking at the sales. And looking at the sales page, I have it here on my phone, I was looking down. There are tons of brushes, mostly Real Techniques, on sale. And I went to the store and I saw like some of the like really pretty new line. It was called, what was that line called? That had like the pink barrel and the pink bristles, kind of pink and white bristles. Oh, I cannot remember that line. Maybe I'll pop it on the screen. But they were on sale as well. And some of their like staple brushes were on sale. And it got me thinking, okay, a lot of us, if you're watching this video, I am sure it's because you love makeup. Because you love makeup, you also love brushes. And I love brushes. Yes, the addiction is real. And I'm sure many people have many more brushes than I do. But I started thinking, okay, there are some staple brushes that we see all the time at the store, at Sephora, high-end, at drugstore, whatever it is. We see them all the time, but we don't see people using those all the time. Started wondering, okay, what are some staple brushes that I don't see anyone using, or I see very little people using? I watch a lot of YouTube videos, of course, on makeup. And a lot of people have like the staple brushes that they love, like I do too. I have, for example, my Real Techniques fluffy brush. This comes in a set. I love it. The set is like $7.99, and I would just buy the set for this brush. Because I mean, one brush is $7.99, or even I have brushes that are way more expensive than that. So I use this brush 99% of the time that I do my makeup to go on my crease and fluff it out. Also, I love these kinds of brushes. The ones that are a little bit tapered for my outer corner. I love it because I can also blend. So I love these types of brushes. But I also have other brushes in my collection that I have bought pretty much because they're staple brushes or because they have been on sale. So let's get to it. I have a little list, so I am going to maybe be looking down, but okay. First brush that I see at the store, that I see on many sets, but that I don't see very many people using. And I don't have one because I used to have one and I don't use them, so I don't have one anymore. And I'm talking about a flat, dense foundation brush. And I will pop a picture here for you to see, or here for you to see. I know that you've seen them, flat foundation brushes. They come in every set, they're in every drugstore, they're in every high-end store. If you love makeup, at some point, you've had a flat foundation brush. However, do you use your flat foundation brush? If you do, let me know down below because I really got rid of mine. And if they come in boxy charms, or if I have never gotten one in boxy charm, but if they come in like boxes or things like that, I never use them. I use a sponge. That's what I do for my foundation, or I use something like a buffing brush, like the Real Techniques one that I can't find right here, like this one. I use this one sometimes to buff in my foundation, but I usually use a sponge. And I see a lot of people putting on foundation, even with their hands, but I hardly ever see someone use a flat foundation brush. So if you do, let me know. I know that some people use them to just apply, just to spread out, and then they use something else to blend out the foundation, but I don't see them around very often. Okay, the second brush that I don't see people using very often, but they come in sets, you see them everywhere, is these really thin eyeliner brushes. These really thin eyeliner brushes, this one, where did I get this one? I think I got this one in last month's BoxyCharm. And I kept it. It was a set of 3, I believe. And this is the only one I think I kept. Because I thought, well, maybe I can do a wing. I've never used it. I've never used it. I think I used it to test it out with a pot eyeliner that we got from Pretty Vulgar in one of those BoxyCharms. It's really pretty, the pot, and I used it for that, just for practice, like on my own. It was at nighttime. I was about to take off my makeup, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna try this and see how it works. However, I don't use it because I usually use a felt tip eyeliner, or I use a brush eyeliner, or I use, I don't tend to use gel eyeliners in pots. So I don't tend to use these brushes. If you do, again, please let me know if you use them, because I don't see a lot of people using these. I am looking for, this is another one that I don't see a lot of people using. Actually, I do see people using this one for like the lower lash line, to like really get really tight in there for eyeshadow. But I don't see a lot of people using these flat eyeliner brushes for actual eyeliner. I do see people actually use this one, the more, let me see if this focuses. The more, slanted one for eyeliner. These I do see some people use to like wing it out, bring it in. But these really thin ones, I don't see a lot of people using those. So if you do, let me know. Let me know. And if you have another use for these too. I see a lot of people maybe, or I've seen people lining their lips with something like this. So let me know if you do. Okay, another brush that I do not see a lot of people using, and actually my mom always had, well, let me take it back. My mom had one of these. It was beautiful. The barrel was gold, and she had it for years. I don't know where that is. I don't know. I'll have to ask my sister. But lip brushes. Guys, do you see people using lip brushes? This is from Real Techniques. I don't know if this came, I think this came in a set. I don't see a lot of people using lip brushes. I really do not. Like you can put it in there to stick. Anyways, for your lip line, that's what people use lip liners for. So I don't see a lot of people actually using a lip brush to apply lipstick. If you do, please let me know. I think this is something that more mature people use. I mean, not that I'm young, but that a lot of more mature people use. I don't use a lip brush. I don't even know why I have this one. I think it's because it came in a set, and I might use it to just, I don't know, fix something that I did. But I usually use a lip liner if I'm going to line my lips. Anyway, let me know if you use one. I'm going to say that every time because I am curious. I want to know if people use these, or if I just made this up and it's just me that I'm just not seeing these brushes being used. Okay, another brush that I don't see a lot of people use, but everybody has one. Everybody has one of these brushes in their collection. They just do. Is an all over eyeshadow brush like this. Let me see, this needs to focus. Okay, an all over eyeshadow brush. I have, let me see how many I have. Oh my gosh. Either because they've come in like sets or they've been on sale. I of course have these two. This one is from Wet n Wild and this one is from It Cosmetics. I bought it at the 21 Days of Ulta, of Beauty at Ulta. I have this one. This one came in a BoxyCharm. I have... Let me see. I have this one. This one is like a tapered one at the top. I use this one a lot for my brow bone, just to apply one there. I've had that for a long, long time. I think that's one of the first brushes I got when I started in makeup. Let me see. I think that's about it. Maybe I have another one somewhere. But see, I have a lot of all over eyeshadow brushes. Do I use them? Very seldom, because usually for the lid, people use a packing brush like the e.l.f. one, which is like $3. Or I use, at least I say people, but I'm talking about me. I use the Morphe. This is the Morphe M167. I really like this brush. I think it's one of 2 Morphe brushes that I own. I really love it for packing on color on the lid. So I usually see people using these type of flat packing brushes and not these, because these tend to be fluffier, and this is for just that, an all over eyeshadow look. So let me know if you use them. Let me know if you have them. I'm sure you do, because everybody does. I'm just curious, do people use these, or are they just a staple that they just have to be there and they have to be sold because they're a staple? Okay, last, I'm going to be talking about double-ended brushes. Okay, I see double-ended brushes everywhere. I have these two. I think these are the only two I have, because I think I got rid of the other 2 or 3 that I had. This one Tarte sold not long ago. I think it's discontinued now. For $28, it's an all-over eyeshadow brush, and it is a blending brush. And it is quite soft. It is quite nice. This sold, I think, for $28. And then I have this one from MUA. It is a highlighting, and it says that it is a contour highlighting. So you're supposed to use this one for contouring, and then this one for highlighting. I found it a little bit too thick for highlighting. Maybe you want to do like the top, like right there is nice. You could even use this for blush. These are nice brushes. Do I reach for them? Not very often. Why? Because they're hard to store. So I have them in a drawer. I don't have them in my little cups. And when I'm doing my makeup, I don't think about going into my drawer and getting these. They're hard to store, because if you go like this, you mess this end. If you go like that, you mess up that end. The same thing happens with this one. So unless you have them like out on a little, container or something flat, I don't think about them. This is horrible. I need to go in and think about them and use them more often, because they're really nice. However, double-ended brushes are those staple brushes that you see everywhere. The Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, they all have double-ended brushes. Do you use those in those palettes? Because I've had the Modern Renaissance, I have the Soft Glam, I have Prism, and I don't use those. I don't use those double-ended brushes. But to be fair, I usually don't use the brushes that come in palettes. Anyways, those are my staple brushes that I think no one uses. Let me know in the comments if you have the same thing, or if this is something that you haven't even thought about. Just let me know if you use these brushes, how you use them. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. We're almost at 500 subscribers. I know I haven't been uploading, so regularly as I used to. But again, thank you so much for sticking it out with me. And let's just have a very joyfully beautiful day. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye-bye.